Tonight we are starting a new segment here during the 5 p.m. cast, Checkpoint, a segment where we can take a closer look at a wide range of topics affecting people here on the island. And tonight we're going to zero in on the current situation with teachers and the labor dispute they are in right now. Dana Hutchings now with more on that and more on what Checkpoint is all about. Dana.
Scott, CHEK News is getting more interactive. On Checkpoint, we're going to take a look at in-depth stories, the day's top stories, and we're going to integrate social media and traditional media. Tonight, being the first day of school, we're going to look at teachers' job action. Teachers voted 90% in favor of strike action. That started today, and now phase 1 is in effect. So what does that mean? Well, teachers are an essential service, so they have limited rights to conduct job action. They can't shut down the school system, but they can stop non-teaching duties such as supervising playgrounds and filling out report cards. The province is hoping job action won't impede students, but the Teachers Federation says they are not close to a deal.
Phase 1 of this dispute, we do not believe will have a huge impact. I mean, we're going to be monitoring it each and every day to ensure that it doesn't have a significant impact, but we don't believe it will. If it ramps up to broader measures, then we may have a concern. But you know, the Teachers Federation don't share with us all of their strategy in terms of the fall. So we're going to have to monitor this situation closely, and we're going to have to take appropriate action if that's necessary as the job action proceeds.
We are miles apart. Yes, we're miles apart, and unfortunately, I expected government to come to the table at the end of August and have the will to renew our collective agreement. I expected them to come with a revised mandate with attention to class size composition. That did not happen.
And so our Checkpoint question of the day, how would you resolve the dispute between BC teachers and the government? You can send us your responses 3 ways: on Twitter at @Check_news, on our Facebook page, that's facebook.com/CheckNews, or you can email us checkpoint@checknews.ca. And I'll be back later in the newscast with more on this dispute. We'll look at how teachers' salaries here compare with those across the country, and we'll hear some of your solutions to the teachers' strike.
Of course, it's the first day of school, and today teachers started phase 1 of job action. Now, with more on the teacher dispute and reaction from our viewers, here's Dana Hutchings with Checkpoint.
Scott, you heard Susan Lambert from the BC Teachers Federation say earlier that teachers and the government are far apart when it comes to their negotiations. Well, here's what the teachers are asking for. The teachers have 3 main issues. Working conditions, that includes smaller class sizes. The BCTF wants bargaining brought back to the local level, local districts and local teachers associations. And finally, teachers want a pay increase and improved benefits, but the government has a 0 wage increase mandate. So how do our teachers measure up with their counterparts across the country? Well, according to the BCTF, in Calgary, starting teachers make $61,000 and top out at $95,000. In Toronto, wages start at $51,000 and go to $90,000. And in Victoria, the starting wage is $49,000, capping at $74,000. So back to our Checkpoint question, how would you resolve the dispute between BC teachers and the government? Here's what people on the street had to say.
I think there's just got to be one hell of a lot more talking.
The government gets raises. I think they should get a raise too.
She's spending money on the playground, the $8 million. Maybe she should divert some of that towards the negotiations.
They deserve to have a bit of pay increase for increasing cost of living, but at the same time, I don't know that the government has a ton of money that they can give to the teachers.
I would definitely let them have a say into having the class numbers, the proper size, and I would definitely put a lot of incentive in there to give kids some extracurricular activities.
I would just get back to the bargaining table and let the teachers give their entire side of the story and have the government appoint a mediator if they don't feel qualified to make the decisions themselves.
And here are some of your responses from social media. From Twitter, Real Pazman suggests utilizing technology. Schooling needs to change completely. Lessons could be downloaded wirelessly, and expanding homeschooling programs could take pressure off the classrooms. Students could log in with parent supervision. From Facebook, Ann Roberts wonders, whatever happened to 50% of lottery money brought in? That's supposed to fund education and healthcare. Where did that money go? Millions are brought in every day. And from the email, Bev Edwards says, I would resolve the dispute between the government and teachers by giving the teachers what they deserve: parity. I don't remember ever voting to give the government a raise. They seem to just take one, along with bonuses and expense accounts for themselves. So that's what you had to say. Lots of debate on social media today and tonight. And Scott, that's tonight's Checkpoint.